Hi, I'm Taylor Wyatt, better known as Y-Boy Online. Me and my buddy Nero Angeles watch a ton of movie trailers, and now we're trailer reactors and reviewers for FilmBook. Today we'll be watching, reacting, and reviewing Ready Player One. Let's watch some stuff.
This is the Oasis. It's a place where the limits of reality are your own imagination.
Did we really need to get a crappy remake of the Willy Wonka song?
Things they can do, but they stay.
Oh my god, it is the Willy Wonka song!
I'm here talking to all of you now because our future's being threatened.
We're being Spielberg, run!
Spielberg tends to fill me with whimsy. Do you remember the Iron Giant? Yeah, I'm gonna go watch that instead of this.
I found my friends. I found love.
God, it looks so ugly. It reminds me of Avatar.
No. This is war. We're controlling.
Is that Alec Baldwin?
No, that's the same terrible actor that was in Batman, the third Batman movie, and
The rebellion. Wait.
Rogue One.
Yeah. Oh no, Blue.
You don't tell anyone who you are. You can't use your real name.
You gotta be anonymous.
It's like the internet as a movie.
This isn't a game.
Oh no, the memes! We're gonna be killed by memes!
What's going on?
Oh god. That was King Kong.
Are you willing?
Yeah, because Warner Brothers owns the rights to the head.
Yeah.
Bunch of idiots running on the street with like VR masks. Did you want to watch a bunch of dumb kids running into traffic?
Well,
Okay, so my takeaway from this is just go read the book.
yeah.
Also, I think the weirdest thing I've ever heard about the sum up of this movie is somebody said it's basically like somebody jerking themselves off to like nostalgia from things from like the 80s, and it's like, oh, okay, well, I don't really care.
Well, Steven Spielberg is all about that sort of self-gratifying nostalgia. And it definitely felt like, oh, the magical Spielberg whimsy. I found my love, everybody! I found her!
That didn't look interesting. That trailer looked like just a bunch of noise.
It really was. It felt like all over the place. And it felt like it was just cramming in all the whimsy moments.
According to the Wikia page for the book, or the novel, it says, the story set in a dystopian 2044 follows protagonist Wade Watts on his search for an Easter egg in a virtual reality game, the discovery of which will lead him to inherit a fortune in a world reckoned by an energy crisis. Okay, so it sounds like Willy Wonka.
Yeah.
Right? Like, it's like, wait, is that why you guys used the song?
Oh god.
It's like Willy Wonka, but like, less whimsical, because like the idea of Willy Wonka was this charming, charismatic, and enigmatic, chocolatier invites you into his factory, and you don't know if he's trustworthy or not, and he takes you on a journey through his fantastic fantasy of strange and magical things. And this one, you put on a VR headset of some kind, and you go into a green screen world that looks, quite honestly, with so much neon, you swear to God Joel Schumacher was designing this crap. I'm surprised there wasn't like any point where like nipples showed up on somebody's armor.
Yeah, it was really weird because that whole new like PlayStation like VR thing has just been a whole thing nowadays with the what was it, like the Ugandan knuckles running around in there. It just made me initially picture that.
If this had Ugandan knuckles, I would be there day one in my seats. But it didn't.
Oh god, that would be awful. Just a sea of Ugandan knuckles throughout the whole battlefield. Oh god, so racist.
I want my emeralds. Like, nothing about this looked interesting. Nothing about this looked fascinating. It looked like a bunch of crap was being thrown on the screen, and that's it.
To me, it almost looks like it would be hilarious to make fun of.
Yeah, and I'm sure people are going to be happy just to go see it, to be like, I recognize that. I recognize that. That. Don't know what that is, though.
Yeah.
Don't.
Like, to me, this
but
might
I know
be,
that.
Yeah, this might be something that I would probably watch with friends, like when it's out on like DVD for for maybe like $15.
Yeah. The screenplay is being co-written by the guy who did write the novel, though. So
it might be a good adaptation of it at least.
it's not. I'm sorry. I'm just kind of thrown off by the idea of like, we're in a world where it's a dystopian society. We have an energy crisis. Don't you want to win a video game? And you're like. Again, maybe because if you read the book, it makes more sense. The idea is like overpopulated, pollution. You want to escape reality, so you go to a virtual reality. It's probably something like that.
Yeah, I think one of the initial trailers, it was more just like somber and such, and just like, oh yeah, I'm in this like crappy part of town and all that, and I'm just gonna escape with this VR headset. While here it's just all like boom, 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 all sad, oh boom, boom, whoa.
It's very obvious that this trailer was cut specifically to be like, Jesus Christ, the last one was so dour. What are we trying to make? A Superman movie? We're Warner Brothers. We should make movies a bit more upbeat.
We gotta make it Spielberg.
Even though I know in one of the trailers, I think it was one of the previous ones, you could see Harley Quinn and like the Joker, which is funny by the way, because I swear to God, that Joker's like, oh, that Joker looked more like the Joker than the Joker we got in the Suicide Squad movie, a movie that had the Joker in it. Nothing about this excites me. It seems pointless. Like, I'm sure it'll be a fun romp and everything, but Warner Brothers and DeLine Pictures won an auction for the rights to Ernest Cline's book. There was an auction.
Auction?
Yeah, it says on Wikipedia, Warner Brothers and DeLine Pictures won an auction for the rights to Ernest Cline's book Ready Player One in 2010 before it had been published. So before before the show was even done, somebody was trying to greenlight it to a movie?
Oh, okay, that makes me sort of worried for it now. But
Cline was set to write the script for the film, which Donald DeLine and Dan Farrow would produce. Okay, this makes me think that, like, the book was only made just so they can make a movie.
I wouldn't be surprised for that, because this definitely feels sort of like a Spielberg movie in a sense.
You know what? It had to have worked that way. Why else would it have all these, like, video game and movie references?
Yeah, that's the only way it would have been able to survive like that.
I mean, Iron Giant, yeah, that was a Warner Brothers animated film, like, back in the day.
Yeah.
It's no wonder it's in there. So I bet I would put money on it that the deal went, like, they went to Ernest Cline and they're like, okay, we want you to write a treatment for a movie, but we want you to make a book of it first. That'll build up steam. People will read this book and be like, oh my God, look at all the nostalgia. And then they made a movie.
Yeah, so they bring those same people there. It's just like, I'm going to compare the movie with my book now and see which one's better. Even though it's basically made by the same people.
Yeah, made by the same people and probably just made to bank on nostalgia, which isn't... Banking on nostalgia isn't inherently bad by any means. I myself, the only reason why I even sat through Star Wars Rogue One is because Darth Vader shows up in like the last 30 minutes and he murders a bunch of stupid rebels. And it's just fun to watch him kill a bunch of rebels in a hallway like a slasher villain out of a horror movie.
Right, exactly.
But like, that was like 30 seconds at the very end of the movie. This, I feel like the movie's gonna try and bank on the idea of like, we make you feel good because you remember all these things you liked. But the story will probably be BS and the character's shallow. But look at all this nostalgic thing. You like
and
this.
And look, don't you feel good for the main character? He found in love. And he's finding freedom. He drives
a DeLorean with like the Ghostbuster symbol on it. You like Back to the Future. You might like Ghostbusters. Sony tried to ruin it, but I assure you, we're not referencing that crappy one. We're referencing the good one. And he's got like a belt buckle from Thundercats. Does anyone remember Thundercats? I had like a really crappy cartoon in 2011 that looked really good, but was like really poorly written.
Wait a minute, like, I'm gonna go get my box of troll dolls.
Oh, remember when DreamWorks made a horrible Trolls movie? Yeah!
But no, this is just a bunch of troll dolls. Maybe they're grenades if you throw them. We don't know. We'll just throw anything in there if you think it looks cool.
And there's Tracer Y. I think Warner Brothers did the World of Warcraft movie.
Oh, wow.
I don't remember if they did. They might have. I heard it bombed at the box office, though, so who cares?
Who cares? But yeah, Ready Player One. It's just a bunch of noise in this trailer.
the best thing that came out of this movie to me had to be the poster where the kid's leg was just going for days on end, and you're just like, man, some professional got paid to make that poster, and not one person was like,
Leg's a little long.
is that part of the game? Yeah, it's a glitch.
just in part of the movie, he's like, oh my god, her legs, what happened?
Yeah, you know what the funny thing is? I wonder if this will still be a crappy video game movie.
Well, it's going the whole VR headset route, so it is basically going to be a video game movie.
Then it feels also like it's already dating itself by using like... They look like the headsets we have now instead of like future headsets.
Yeah, exactly. Maybe it's because, like, oh my god, the future is now! Thank you for watching and listening to our review and reaction, folks. Be sure to comment below and tell us your thoughts. Are you excited, skeptical, or fuming mad? Tell us in the comments below and we'd love to hear your thoughts. Now, if you want to go and find our work, go on to film-book.com and search for Taylor Wyatt. You can also find me and Nero on YouTube discussing and analyzing all sorts of animated movies and shows. Follow the link on screen or in the description below. Be sure to subscribe to us and follow our social. If you'd like to support FilmBook though and watch future reaction videos, consider hitting that subscribe button and becoming one of our patrons on Patreon. There's a link to our Patreon page in the description, or you can find us by going to patreon.com and typing in FilmBook. Until the next trailer, thank you and we'll see you then.